So let me start with a question for you.
Okay.
So, all right, so for someone who is I guess busy in life, and where like lucid dreaming and astral projection, like that's not realistically something I can pour a lot of attention to right now. Let's say like I have a very busy lifestyle and there's other things to focus on.
hmm
What do you recommend for someone like that who's like very busy, and just barely has time for, you know, dreams and stuff?
hmm Because yeah, okay, that's good. That's a good question. There are there are multiple ways to, like, exit your dreams, astral travel, do all of that,
Yeah,
and, like, there are like, for example, some people will purposely meditate and put themselves basically into a state that's between asleep and awake. But that does take a lot of time. I feel like if I had more time, I would potentially do that as like my like hobby, you know what I mean? Like I would do
okay.
that every day if I could.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it can be a hobby, like you can treat it as a hobby, like
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna go to sleep now in the middle of the day, and I'm gonna, like, step into another I'm gonna step into another world."
Well,
Um
real quick, I just want to say, I do this thing where when I'm, a lot of times when I'm laying in bed, before I fall asleep, I really like, focus on my breath and just really quiet my mind. Basically almost
Mhm.
like a sleeping meditation, but it's different than just sleeping, you know, like there is a certain
Mhm.
level of alertness, and then I will start to, really get into between, that place between like sleep and
Yeah.
or like awake in dreams, and then like I swear I'm like remote viewing or something because all of a sudden I get all these scenes and all this stuff, and
Oh,
then I go to sleep and my dreams are very vivid, and I know I'm having like a very like I don't know like a aware or like spiritual whatever type of experience, whatever, but I don't know if you know what that is, but
yeah.
that happens.
Um, so, yeah, what you were saying before with what to do if you don't have the time,
Yeah,
I would say to like, pretty much what you said, like, before you go to bed to be in that very alert state, and you can do that. I actually wrote that in, um, the post I did, like, the
yeah,
mega lucid dreaming
it's-
thingy
yeah,
that I wrote off for
it's
your
fire.
client recently.
Yeah, it's hella
Um,
fire.
so you can literally, like, listen to binaural beats
Yeah,
before bed.
yeah.
Um, you can sleep with crystals, like, all of that will kind of put you into that more, um like, it'll put your frequency basically it'll match your frequency to those higher worlds, so you don't really have to try as hard, if that makes sense. Um, so, like, in the way that I usually, like, astral travel and leave my body and all that stuff is just by inducing a lucid dream. So and then to do that, there are many, many ways. But the easiest way is literally to just go to sleep like you normally do, and then wake up at, like, 3 or 4 in the morning on purpose, and then you can either do you can either do a meditation for around 30 minutes where you're really relaxing your body, like, you've never been more relaxed, like, you're just so, um it's almost like you are feeling yourself, like, float like, you're feeling your spirit kind of floating inside your physical body, like, that's, like, the point that you wanna be at,
Okay.
and that usually takes around, like, 30 minutes, so you would do that at 3 in the morning, or you can just listen to binaural beats, so you can listen to, like, delta waves or theta waves,
Okay.
um, like, at that time when you wake up, and then just take like, listen for half an hour, take them out, and then go to sleep, and, like, you'll see stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Like, you will, like, definitely go into a lucid dream at least.
Yeah, yeah. So there is a direct correlation with getting into a meditative state, kind of like before you sleep. Like that
Yeah.
definitely translates because in a way, when you're lucid dreaming or whatever, it's basically a waking sleep. You're just aware of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, you're just conscious, right? Like you're still
Yeah.
consciousness. Yeah, so that makes sense. I just want to quickly share. Like I want to say it's almost a year ago now, but I asked Jennifer. I was in Asia, and I asked Jennifer like any advice on astral projection and all that stuff. Because up to that point, lucid dreaming has became somewhat easy. At that time, I wasn't as busy in my life, and I was just like I have much more time to just focus
Yeah.
on lucid dreaming and stuff like that. But so lucid dreaming became easy, and I remember like that was like wow, like I went from never having a lucid
Mhm.
dream, always wanting to have lucid dreams, to like oh my gosh, like I can lucid dream almost at will. And then so I was asking her about astral projection because that's something like I've never experienced. I'm like, is there a difference? Like, what is it? It sounds insane.
Mhm.
Um, so I asked you, and you said like basically induce a lucid dream and something like when you're in a lucid dream stare at a wall or an object for like 10
Yeah.
seconds while kind of like basically like relaxing and holding your heart space or whatever which uh I just I just stared at like a wall in my dream and then I naturally knew what to do probably because of my spiritual practice or whatever but yeah like I just kind of really
Mhm.
relaxed for 10 seconds and then like a portal like the wall started warping and then a portal kind of like start unfolding and then my dream scene the scene of my dream started to like fade away like it just started to like warp
Yeah.
and now I'm in the open sky and yeah like
Mhm.
I can clearly feel that like it almost like felt like a rocket about to take off I could clearly feel like I'm so aware I'm like wow like I'm about to exit my body and
Wow.
at that moment I thought of my girlfriend and I was like I don't want to leave the same realm as her in this moment. I got
Yeah.
like really
Just
like
in
I don't know.
case.
Yeah, I got really sentimental about being in a different realm, like while she's here, and I chose
Oh
to
my
like
gosh, you
not.
thought of that?
Um,
That's so
yeah, I
cute.
just felt such a wave of like I don't want to leave this realm. Like
Yeah.
she's here right now, and then yeah, I didn't. I just so it just caught me off guard because like I asked you, and then like I swear like a week later, this happened, and I just was totally not prepared for it. It was like
Mhm.
everyone thinks they want to astral project or whatever, but then when that moment comes, because it feels like dying, it's like, oh, do you want to leave your soul? Like, do you not your soul, but do
Yeah.
you want to leave your body? Like, there's like a dying feeling, like you're
I know.
detaching, right? And I was like, between that and then thinking of my girlfriend, I was like, yeah, like not
Yeah.
today. And I just immediately woke up.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
the fact that you went through your dream, yeah, like, you were probably going through your, um just your own thoughts. So your thoughts can show up in those in-between states as,
yeah,
like, basically thought forms. So if you were thinking about like, I literally had this has happened to me so many times, where before I go to bed or just, like, even, like, the couple days before that, I'll be thinking of something really random, like, it could
yeah,
be anything. Like, there was one time I've, like, mentioned this before when I wanted my mom to make croissants for Christmas or something, and I just
yeah,
thought of it. Like, I didn't even tell her about it.
mm,
Um, and I was in a lucid dream, and I wanted to leave my body and try to just do, like, a full, like, OBE kinda thing.
yeah,
And I did, like I think I stared at something. I think I did that. And I actually did leave my body and on my counter so in my like, I woke up and I was in my apartment, but everything was different, of course. Like, you'll often see that your furniture might be rearranged or you see different colors. Everything's a little bit different, like, things also might be decorated differently. And there were croissants on my counter, like freshly baked croissants, like what I thought of. So, when I find that when you're even, it doesn't have to be, um, from a lucid dream, but usually when I leave a lucid dream, it's almost like I have to go through this threshold of my thoughts, or if I have any fears, I might be shown something, like a door or something that I have to go through that kinda represents. And you kinda had that, like you said you saw a portal or something like that.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, and that's why when you do try to exit your dream and you're staring at a wall or whatever, that it is important to be super calm, like, so, like, 0 fear and yeah, like you said, be connected to your heart space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how you react in a waking state, how you are in a waking state, like, when, it's like things are chaotic, whatever, how you deal with stress, how you deal with, yeah, your external environment and everything,
Mhm.
like, that really carries over in the dream state
It
as well,
does, and it
right?
changes day to day. So, like, one day, if you're just, I don't know, thinking a little bit negative or you're just not yourself, then that will show up. But then the next day, maybe you're thinking, I don't know, you're just thinking about angels or whatever. So it's just funny how it's so up to the minute. It's not like, oh, if you think about good things for a week, at the end of that week, you're not gonna have any, like, blocks. It's very much, like, minute to minute, which is like, when I started experiencing that, I'm like, "Oh, that's almost not fair," but, that's how it works. It's yeah.
It's literally almost like there's
Mhm,
really no, um, I don't know how to explain it perfectly, but there's really not, like, too much separation between, like, the, astral, whatever, and the physical reality in the sense that, like, I don't I'm just kinda talking here, I'm not saying it's all true, but, like,
yeah,
it feels like, yeah, like, I guess the like, 'cause, like, I'm operating in a certain way in the physical world, like, I tend to my thoughts and everything, and yeah, like, it really seems like, yeah, when you're going to the astral, whatever, I don't know, it's the same exact thing, it's just that, like, the reality is much more fluid. Like, it's almost like, you're just exposed to, like, I don't wanna say more of the spectrum, but
mhm.
everything's just much more fluid, and so I feel like sometimes you see your thoughts turn into things, like,
Yeah.
much quicker.
Yeah, yeah. No, totally.
I don't know
It
that.
always freaks me out when I see
Yeah,
it. And you can also, if you, um so if you, like, try to leave your lucid dream and go into the astrals or, like, do a
yeah,
full OBE,
yeah,
yeah, you can land in your thought field, and
yeah.
then you can, like, interact still with soulmates or your soul family, twin flames, your spirit guides, or, like, your, like, ancestors from, like, many, many, many years ago you don't even know about. But, like, if you're in that first layer of your own thoughts, like, it's just gonna be kind of colored. Like, your interaction's gonna be colored by your own thoughts, almost as if it's, like,
Yeah.
half dream, half real. Like, that actually happened to me last night even. Um, so, yeah, it's like you can see lucid dreaming and astral travel as all these different layers. So and it all is kind of decided by like, wherever you land is decided by um, how alert you are and how awake, I guess, you are.
Well, like, I feel like you're
Yeah.
still physical reality or non-physical reality, you're still exploring, like, the spectrum of consciousness. So, I feel like,
Mhm.
as far as I'm aware of, even, when you're lucid dreaming or astral projecting, like, your experience is colored by it's filtered by, like, your vibration, your feelings, and your
Mm.
thoughts, I feel like. Or do you feel that way? Or do you think, like, you are experiencing something outside of your daily vibration when you're astral projecting, like your daily thoughts?
Yeah, that's such a good question, and that's something that I actually think about all the time.
Okay.
I do think that there's, like, a fixed world that you
Yes,
can
yes.
go to.
Yes, but it's just like Earth, like, your experience in physical reality is still dictated by your perspective and your thoughts and your emotions.
Yeah,
Like, so if you're feeling, like, very depressed on Earth, like, you're still gonna feel everything is gonna be very depressing, all the things that are happening is gonna kinda
yeah.
center around that frequency.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I don't, so I'm just like wondering like how much does that, just influence your astral projection?
Mhm. It does. It's so hard to you like, think about it because it's like, um, you have to think I think about time as well, but there's definitely okay, there's definitely these layers to the astral, and
Okay.
wrote that in the
Yeah.
guide.
Okay.
I could definitely go more into that, um, because okay, like, so if you sometimes you'll see stuff in the astral that is reflected or that is reflecting potentials on Earth. So,
Right,
like, some
right, right.
people will go into the astral, see something. They might see, I don't know, a war happening or
Yeah.
I don't know, they might see something happening to a celebrity, whatever,
Yeah.
but that like, they're seeing something like that it hasn't happened yet on Earth, but it's in the astral. So, it's almost like you can go into the astral and use that, experience to make predictions on what may happen on
Well, I mean,
Earth.
that's pretty common though, right? Because at the end of the day,
Mhm,
there's so many vibrations, and like we're still interpreting vibrations then, because when
mhm,
you because like in any like nothing's set in stone. Like everything is a vibration. Like in this moment, there's vibrational potentials for everything. Like there's like different variations of everything. Like there's different variations of what you're gonna eat for dinner tonight. There's different variations of how this live stream is gonna go, or
mhm.
whatever, right? So yeah, like there's a different variations of like what year are we in? 2026. Like how this year is gonna go. Like are we gonna encounter aliens or whatever? Like it's just
Yeah,
all a field of potential, right? So what you're saying
yeah,
to me right
and
now, like it
and
sounds
that yeah, yeah,
like
that's
insane.
why I feel like the astral is definitely and other people have said this too, I'm just saying what I've
Yeah,
experienced because I like to just base everything on my actual, what I actually
yeah,
see, and yeah, the astral is like the collective dream of humanity, of all humans,
yeah.
with probably other things thrown in,
But that's
like
like that's reality. But that's reality anyways. Like that's the collective anyways. It's just like the physical reality, just a much more denser version of that,
so
right?
you
So,
do you see
uh-huh.
Earth, like, this reality that we're in now, like, pretty much being the same thing? Like a collective dream, kind of?
You asking me?
Mhm. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I would say I'm not an expert on it, but I would say
Yeah.
it's like a collective VR experience. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, something
That's
like
what I
that. Like,
think sometimes too.
huh?
It's like a VR experience, that's what I sometimes think too.
Yeah, like it's like a VR experience. I would say that's like and I feel like the what you call reality, time space reality. Well, my friend enlightened me on this. Analogy is like it's kind of like like what reality is like the stuff that doesn't seem to change, like the constant in this uh shared dream, which
Mhm.
we call reality, is like that's just a agreed upon like form of uh like constant like there like otherwise is this reality, like every thought we think, like everything will just shift nonstop, the economy, the world, like the
Yeah.
government, everything's just gonna be like physics, like this is gonna be all over the place. So I feel like there is a level of, it's like creating a video game, like there's a level of
Yes.
structure that is built in to, it's like that's agreed upon, like
Yeah.
to, I don't know how to explain it, but other than that, it's very fluid. Like your experience with relationships, your experience with how much money you make, your abundance, freedom, like that is up to you.
Mhm.
um but yeah, there's certain things like that's still agreed upon to make this co-creational reality
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah, and it makes
Yeah.
me think, well, maybe there are certain minds or, like, certain people who have, like, certain energies or whatever who have more power over that, like, who have more power over the astral. I don't know
What? Damn.
how that
Okay.
works. No, I'm just,
Shit.
like I'm not really I don't have anything to back this up,
The
but
whole
it just sounds
hierarchy.
It makes me think, but, yeah, I don't know how we got to this point. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it is definitely like, doing astral travel, yeah, you you do see that it is like a dream, like, experience, but it also has a very real and very kinda solid element to it. It's almost like it's like, you are in a higher world in the astral, but it has this filter over it of the collective dream, and also
Ye
sometimes your own thoughts depending where
yeah.
sort of thing.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's I
Funny.
mean, at the end of the day, I feel like the laws of the universe still seems to be the same. It's just yeah, it's just how fluid. I mean, I'm generalizing. I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I haven't even had a real astral projection experience
I'm
for real.
just
But
basing this on what I've experienced, yeah.
okay, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm asking you. But yeah, like
Mhm.
because I'm reading Seth Speaks, so it's like a channeled whatever entity or whatever,
Oh,
and they were saying like how useful it is for you to spend time in your life to explore astral projections and stuff like that because it will help you understand the true nature of reality much better and kind of like
mhm.
it'll help you understand like what comes after the physical reality as well. Like so in a way it's almost like you're in high school and then you get to like explore college classes while you're still in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Wait, what's Rachel saying?
Oh, she says, "In astral traveling, you don't just see symbols, you can interact with them." Yeah.
What does that
Wait,
mean
what do you
for
mean by
you?
that?
Yeah, what
I
does that
think I
mean
know
for
what
you,
you mean,
Rachel?
though.
Okay. Well, let me share a quick experience. It's just lucid dream level,
Yes,
but
please.
um so when I first started lucid dreaming, I remember I was like swimming and all this stuff. Like I could feel whatever desire I had, I would just experience it. And at first, my first desire was to ever like I knew that if I was to astral project or lucid dream, I would like swim in my canal next to my house. Like I've always wanted to do that. And I did that. And then the next thing you know, I wanted to fly, right? Everyone wants to fly. So
Mhm.
I'm in the air. It's a clear day, and I'm in the air and I can't fly. I'm like, how do you fly? Like, I've never been a bird or whatever. Like, I don't know how to fly. And fun fact, apparently, everyone has a different way of flying.
Oh,
Um, yeah. So I don't know if you
yeah,
knew
that makes
that, but
sense.
my friend lucid dreams astral projects all the time, and he says that he like tenses up his stomach or something, and then when he does that, like it propels you like Superman. I don't even know. I don't even know, but I don't do that. I didn't know about that, and so I'm in the air like all wobbling. I'm like falling. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? Like I really like I'm like, "Oh shit, like
Yeah.
this is harder than I thought." Like, damn, like no one teaches you how to fly. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like I thought I could fly from watching all the TV shows and animes. I'm like, "Oh, this is easy."
Oh
But
my
anyway,
god,
so
anime is, like,
yeah.
full of that stuff, you're right, yeah.
Right, right. So I'm like, damn, like I thought I'd be like, I don't know, Goku or something. But anyway, so I'm falling and I'm like and it's like scary, like you feel like you're falling. I'm like, fuck. And then I look at the ground and I see a shadow of like a hawk or something. But I
Uh,
could tell at that moment like it's a symbolism. Like the universe or source is directly like speaking to me. And
oh,
instead of straight up using words to like be like, hey Andy, do this maneuver or whatever, right? The universe or source just had to show me one image
yeah,
of like a hawk gliding down like this, and
mhm.
then immediately I got it. As I'm falling, instead of, wobbling and resisting it, I just kind of like dived straight down. And then like as I dove down, for whatever reason, this works for me. I just immediately like was able to glide up. And so
You
that's
turn
how
into
I
a hawk.
a what?
You
A
turned
hawk.
into
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
hawk.
yeah, 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 yeah. So I'm like a hawk, like and I'm like, wow, like I'm gliding, so I'm more gliding. So but it was so intuitive. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. So I go down and I'm go glide back up. So it's more like a glide. But yeah, that was so much fun. And then after that, I remember uh like mm, I remember I was satisfied with this, and then all of a sudden, this the scenery turned into like a New York City scenery, and
Ugh.
next thing you know, I'm like swinging like spider webs. like
Oh,
everywhere. Yeah, and then climbing
that's
on
cool.
walls, like climbing high walls and stuff. It's just so crazy. It's just like
I
on
swear
my
I've done that too
yeah.
before. Something like
Yeah,
that, some kind of superhero thing.
has
Mhm.
to. Like, this is my first time. I'm like living my best life. So I literally was in there for hours and hours. But it
Yeah.
started with the symbolism, like seeing that
Yeah.
symbol. Um, for me, it was like, wow.
What did you feel when you saw that? Did you
Instant
feel like it
knowing,
activated something?
instant knowing. It was just kind
Yeah.
of like instead of me teaching you like, I don't know, how to swim or something like and then like I'm like trying to teach you through action and like I'm saying all these words. It's like wow, source knows how to give it to you in the absolute most simple way because source knows you, like it is you, and it just needs literally to show you one little glimpse of a
Yeah.
symbol and you're like, oh, okay. Like, it was the most intelligent like thing I've ever experienced.
That's interesting. It's like it was that spirit, well, I'm just gonna say that hawk spirit, because I have seen other spirit animals in the astral and things like that, like, I
Okay.
guess even in dreams too,
Okay.
especially the tiger spirit. I don't know if you've ever seen that one before,
Nope.
but yeah, like, I do find that those spirit animals, they'll, like, leave an impression on you kind of, like, they communicate their signature to you in a way,
Okay.
like,
Okay.
as a way to communicate. So maybe that really was, like, the hawk spirit or the eagle spirit.
Yeah, and look,
Mhm.
I don't know nothing about hawks or falcons or eagles, like, but in that moment I did. In that moment, like it was so clear. Like I don't know the mechanisms of how birds fly or whatever, but I just got it.
Yeah,
And it worked. Like it just worked so well. So yeah. But
that's
like
beautiful.
when I'm like lucid dreaming, I can just I know that source is with me. Like I feel like I'm just living in source. Like it just feels like I'm just in a bubble of source. Like I
Yeah.
just know source is right there, like guiding every interaction.
No, that's, like, the best place to be in. That's, like, the best place to be in when you're lucid dreaming.
It's it's really
It's
the best. It's just like how is this real? Like, I hear about
yeah,
it, like I swear people would just be making stuff up on the internet, but it's real. Like what the heck?
yeah. And that's good that you feel that confidence in lucid dreaming because that is definitely key to, like, transitioning out of the lucid dream. Like,
Oh
that's so
yeah.
it's
Oh
so
yeah.
good.
I just want to say, there were so many times where, before this total 10 out of 10 lucid experience, there was like two or three times where, uh, I started to become lucid and I kind of freaked out, right? It's like, oh shit.
Mhm.
And then the gravity of the dream sucks you back in, and all of a sudden you're forgetting, you stop being lucid. But after like two or three times, um, yeah, like I started to become lucid once again, and this time I'm like, okay, I know what this is. All I must do is do what I do in real life, which is meditate, which is breathe and relax. And then the moment I did that, it works the same in a dream. It's
Mhm.
like the moment I did that, my consciousness, like this bubble of light of my consciousness just like took over the dream
Yeah.
and I became like God. Like I was just total control, and every scene that unfolds is basically whatever my highest desire in that moment, my external reality uh changes to. And the moment I'm done with that desire, the next scene
Mhm.
unfolds. And I realized this is how our physical reality works as well, but it's just slower. You know?
Yeah.
It's just not instant.
That's something I could ask you about. 'Cause, yeah, I have questions about manifestation. But
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
if you have any questions, related to either of our blogs or anything about spirituality, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
just post in the chat and we will answer.
Okay, so just real
Um,
quick, Jennifer, I just introduced each other, but like
okay, yeah,
Jennifer,
yeah, that's good.
I mean, like I know you as a psychic who like anything with channeling, anything with like starseed readings or angels or lucid dream, astral projections, and anything
Yes.
intuitive. She's really amazing at. And my whole thing is manifestation, especially like money manifestation, relationship manifestation, all types of spiritual practice like quieting your mind, releasing negative thoughts. So it's very manifestation and enlightenment, meditation. related, basically. So just in case
Yeah.
you guys didn't know.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. But what were you about to say or ask or
Um,
whatever?
well, wait, I have let me just see these questions. Um, well, one sec. I'm just gonna read these questions. Okay. So this is one thing that I have experienced with
Okay.
like trying the manifestation.
Okay.
And I've manifested things in the past, but I feel like it was so I wasn't really thinking about it or I wasn't really intending for things to happen. I would just be kind of presented with
Yeah.
these like cool surprises. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know I wanted that. That was cool.
W- Yeah. Okay.
Um, so I guess okay. What because I know that you talk about doing the affirmations, which is speaking like being very specific about what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also talk about doing the like, just being, very centered in your body
Yeah.
to kinda, like, magnetize things energetically, which,
Like
like,
quieting your
really works.
mind.
Like, I swear
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey Jane.
so
Yeah.
if someone only did that centering,
Okay.
what would
Wow.
happen versus doing
Wow.
maybe the centering and the affirmations or only
Okay.
doing affirmations?
All right. S-
You can tell I've been through stuff.
No, that's a good ass question. So by centering, we're talking more like grounding, being more meditative, um, kind of letting go. Is that what we're talking about centering? Because
Like,
that.
being I think you talked about something with the solar plexus and just being very
Oh
centered.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's for me. That's just another way to just like focus on the present moment and just kind of relax your mind and quiet your mind instead of. So it's like yeah, centering your mind. That's really the only reason I do that. Like,
yeah.
there's nothing
Okay.
more to it. Like, it used to be the inner body technique that I learned from Eckhart Tolle, but after so many clients and I'm like explaining like, oh, just focus on the empty space in your body, like it just confuses people, especially when I'm talking to like on a video to an audience. So I just say like focus on your solar plexus, which is like your upper stomach, and just focus like a dot right there, like just focus intensely on it.
Yeah.
But so let me just really quickly explain. So the question is, what happens if you only do that versus both that and more manifestation work,
And the
right?
affirmations, yeah.
Yeah, affirmation work, right? So that's how I started my journey. I started my journey as like a very all about meditation and present moment, like
Mhm.
all about quieting the mind. I didn't even care about manifestation or nothing. I just really struggle with my thoughts, and so I try to find a cure everywhere. Like I cannot find a cure for how to stop this crazy ass mind. Like my mind is just, just nonstop thinking, right? And then every area of my life is trash because I just struggle with everything and I overthink about everything. And then, I read a bunch of spiritual books. No, things helped, but nothing truly got me there. And then, yeah, like one night, I got the download to just focus intensely on what's in front of you. So if I'm walking or doing whatever, like eating, if I'm eating, I'm just focused on eating. If I'm like on this live stream, I'm just focused. I'm kind of like staring at the camera and just like talking,
Mhm.
like just focus on speaking to you. And just so I found one thing to focus on intensely, and that dramatically quieted my mind. And that first like 2 months, it just felt like I experienced what monks called enlightenment. Like I feel like I had like I don't know if it was like a Satori moment or whatever. It was like complete Zen. It was like complete like euphoria. And it was just like wow, like and especially because I've really struggled with my thoughts my whole life up until that point. It was like heaven on earth, and uh, anyways, so not only did I find internal peace, but my external reality was getting better because that year, that was in the summer before my senior year of high school, and I hate school. I hate the people there. Like, like I used to get bullied and like all this shit. And then
Mhm.
so before school, like school was about to start, and I'm feeling a little resistance. I'm like, damn, like, okay, it was cool during the summer where I'm not interacting with all these people. Once I go to school, it's a very
Uh,
negative, judgmental environment. What's going to happen, right? So I go to school, and I'm just so focused on the presence, and I see all the kids who, normally I have a rough time with. Maybe they pick on me or talk trash or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, right. And so, yeah. And so instantly I was like, wait, they're treating me different. Everyone's treating me different. Like my interactions with others are different. And so within a few days, I realized, oh my gosh, like I'm a different person. Like my aura, my field of I don't know, like I no longer have scattered energy. Like it was like every area of my life, I would just is much improved. I'm so good at dealing with other people. It's like they can't even affect me anymore, like vibrationally. And then all of a sudden, the like like I said, I really struggle socially in school. All of a sudden, I start excelling socially. I started to attract just women, I mean, I guess
Nice.
girls at the time, girls at the time. But like for the first time in my life, all these things are happening, and I'm like, wow. And I really started transforming, and even my relationship with my family, my relationship with money, like all this stuff started rapidly transforming. And time went by, blah 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 blah, and then I just reached this point where my life is like completely transformed, but it just instead of feeling peaceful, I started stagnating. Like it just felt like, man, like there's so much more out there. I read these spiritual books and they're like, like Abraham Hicks or whoever, Joe Dispenza. I'm like, I know you don't like Joe Dispenza, but like,
Oh,
but it's
wait,
all
when
good.
did I say that? Yeah, I don't, but it was fine.
Yeah, yeah, no, me and Vanessa always talk about that. It's funny. Like,
I
but
have, like, strong opinions. I
I know it's
just
all
don't.
good. It's all good. It's all good. It doesn't matter. But anyways,
I like
so
Eckhart Tolle. I like Eckhart Tolle.
like, oh, totally, yeah. But anyway, but I'm like, okay, if I'm this powerful being or whatever, like, how come I'm struggling? Even though my finances and all this stuff at that time was much improved, I was still struggling a lot. Like, so it was like things improved to a point where all the manifestations of my life was above average.
Mhm.
Um, but then it just kind of like stagnated there. Like, I wanted to, really take my like career to the next level or just attract more money. Like at a
Mhm.
time, it was just like above average, but I wasn't free. Like I wasn't like balling out or whatever. I wasn't
Mhm.
traveling the world constantly like I am now, like effortlessly. But anyway, so I realized, okay, so just with quieting your mind alone, you're gonna get to above average place just with just about everything.
So
But
with
then
like, when I did that, I'll just say something really quick because
go
I,
ahead.
like, relate so much to everything you said.
Yeah,
I remember when I went to Mexico, and
yeah,
I was pretty much traveling alone, like, I went with my little sister, but we were separate for a lot of the time,
yeah,
and it can be dangerous, especially for
yeah, yeah, yeah.
women,
Right, right.
and I thought, "Okay, this is kind of my test to use my energy field and, like, my magnetic field or whatever to just make sure that everything is good and I stay safe and I'm, like, in the right place at the right time."
Yeah, yeah.
And, like, I wasn't doing affirmations or anything, but I was
Right.
doing that, and I will say that it was a perfect, miraculous trip, like, the most amazing things happened.
Yes,
I don't really have
yes.
time to go into all of it, um but then, like, I found that even though I was in such this centered state, like, I was pretty much in a meditative state the whole time.
Jackie.
"Hey, Jackie."
Yeah.
Um, because I knew that if I wasn't, I would be maybe messed with a bit, like, stuff would happen.
Yes.
So it was
So you
like
see the
it's
difference.
a survival thing,
You see the
kinda like
difference
eating
though,
right
right?
now. Like,
Yeah.
I did, like, I totally did.
Right.
Um,
So that's just the beginning. But
but then,
yeah.
like, I found that I still had these patterns
Yes.
from the past that would play out. So I would, for example, like, meet someone and it would be, like, a relationship that I've never had before.
Yeah.
But then, like, even though I was in, like, this very, like, protective and, like, zen state,
Yeah.
um, it still would kind of play out those patterns, and that's what I
Exactly.
think, "Oh, is it astrology? Like, is it?"
Exactly.
That's
Okay.
what I wanna know.
Okay. Perfect. That's why I was getting. I'm sorry. I'm such a long-winded story, but
No, but,
okay.
like, keep going from where you are.
So that's exactly what happened. So that's the only reason why I had to elevate into energy work, manifestation, affirmations because yeah, like I just reached a point where just through intense focus and presence alone, like it got me to like a much better level. But yeah, like it just kind of got stuck there, and I realized, okay, like then all this resistance, I still have a lot of resistance for relationships or whatever. Um, yeah, and then so it wasn't until I got into the stuff that I teach now, especially with like affirmations and stuff. So combining that, that's when like 10 out of 10 things start happening. So for example, like financially before I had to work a job and like I would make above average money and then the job was just really good job or whatever. But what I really wanted to do was have full free time and just make money. Um and like just off of what I love and whatever. And what ended up happening is that happened. Like I'm making money from what I love, on online stuff, and then like I'm also clearing and shifting my energy on my family. And my family struggled financially my whole life. As far as I know, it was like a huge struggle. Like we've are constantly in debt and everything. Overnight, a few things happen, and boom, all of a sudden we're like multimillionaires. Like it's like what the fuck?
Crazy.
Like it's so fucking insane, right? And it's like, oh shit, like I don't really even really
And
have to
the
work.
only thing that was the difference that you can think of was those
Oh, I know the difference because look,
yeah.
like look at your like the patterns you struggle with your whole life, and then one day you apply something new aggressively, and all of a sudden everything turns around. Like and then turns around forever. Like
Mhm.
what it is, and it works on every single subject of my life. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's how I have the confidence of knowing. And, and with every client that I help, it's the same result every single time.
Mhm.
Like it's just, yeah, I've never failed to help someone manifest something crazy when we're doing like one-on-one work. So it's, anyway, so the whole point is release your negative thoughts effectively, on anything. And then once you add in the affirmations aggressively enough to counterbalance your resistance, all of a sudden, like, um, yeah, like let's say you're 1 out of 10. Like one is very negative, 10 is amazing. Like your life before all of this work, your life is at a one. And then like you do the affirmation work, now every area of your life is like a 6 to 7 ish. And then like or 5 to 6 to 7. Like and then you do the affirmations, enough affirmations to counterbalance your resistance depending on the topic. All of
Mhm.
a sudden, yeah, it's at like a 10. It's just like going crazy. It
Mhm.
might take some time. Like, let's say like you have a lot of resistance on the topic, let's say money
Mhm.
or relationship, then it might
Say,
take
let's yeah.
yeah, it might take a few weeks or a month before it like, oh, you're really getting the hang of things. And because you still have to
Mhm.
purge, you still have to release the negative,
I
and stuff
know,
like that.
and, like
But sorry, last thing, like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
when
sorry,
you
sorry.
reach that point where you turn the energy around, you might not manifest like your soulmate immediately, but you're going to see like it's the same. It used to be the same bullshit with dating or whatever, the same pattern, and then like all of a sudden the patterns start changing. All of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, like you just meet
Mhm.
the most amazing people or whatever, like, and then just like, wow, everything is consistently going your way. It's like all of a sudden this movie about relationships, it starts to feel magical and it's like escalating up rather than, oh, escalate up a tiny bit and it disappoints the shit out of you. That's,
That's, like, what always
like,
happens.
right. So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
most people are experiencing this on every topic, on
Mhm.
money, relationships, health. Um, so, okay, last
Mhm.
example. There was a woman who, uh, she had like very serious health issues her whole life, and then she practiced a lot of like like quieting her mind and everything, and it was like the symptoms were slightly improved, but it's like after so much time, like there was a lot of major improvements, but it was like it's the problem was still there. Like it's a very serious, like uncurable disease, right? And then she just decides to do like 50, 70 hours of affirmations in a month, which is like insane. I can't even reach that much, like to be honest. But it was getting so serious. It's like having cancer, basically. Like
Mhm.
it's uncurable, apparently
Gosh.
uncurable, and then just like right. And then she goes to the doctors the next month. Doctor were shocked. It was like her 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 disease or whatever completely went away, and it's like
Mhm.
impossible, like to go away, right? So that is the difference when you unlock the affirmations, all the impossible things that you really struggle with, the impossible
Mhm.
becomes like totally possible, basically.
And,
So that's
like,
the
I
difference.
have experienced that when I did try the affirmations, like, in the summer, remember, like,
Yeah.
I was doing those then.
Yeah.
And I came at like, this is actually what happens, and I don't know if this is common,
Yeah.
but I will do the affirmations, and then I get kind of hit with a wave of,
Yes.
like, terrible things,
Yes. Yes.
and then it makes me just stop.
Yeah.
But then I'll, like,
Yeah.
become re-inspired to
Yeah.
do it again.
Okay.
I do like, I will admit that
Yeah.
even when those negative things it's almost like a wave, it's like I'm pushing the water out,
Yes. Yes.
and then
Yes.
the wave, like, comes back and, like, hits me,
Yes.
because, like, I pushed it out sort of thing.
Yes.
But, like, I will say that, like, affirmations, they do move the needle. So
Yes.
even if it's a very long term
Yeah.
moving of the needle and, like, you go through ridiculous things, like, maybe I don't know why, like, I don't know if that's common for
Yeah.
some.
Well, first of all, let me say, like, okay, whatever formula I gave you at the time, like, that was just like something quick through, like us just texting a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Like, so what I gave you was like probably pretty casual. Like, how much were you affirming?
Like, at first, not as much, but then I would say, like, a half an hour a day.
Okay, for how long?
Like, a half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour for how many days did you do that for?
Um, Maybe, like, 10 days.
Okay, right. That's not like, yeah.
Yeah,
So and then you stop, right? So,
yeah,
that's so and I see, like, I'm not familiar with how much you've experienced with the releasing resistance work as well, right? So I don't know, like, how much you're constantly trying to, like, be present and quiet your mind, like, as much as possible, or doing, like, finding thoughts of relief. We talked about that, right? So
yeah,
basically, what's going to happen is, um, on the path of manifestation, you're always gonna go through highs and lows, meaning like, no matter how good you're doing, you're gonna deal with some level of highs and lows. I'm at the point where the highs and lows, like the low moments, think of them as like high tide and low tide, right? Like when the low tide hits, all the stuff under the sand or whatever is revealed. You see all this algae, all this like trash or whatever, like underneath, the waters or whatever, and so all the trash is revealed. But when you've done this for energy work for a while and everything's good, like the when it's low tide moment. So for example, like high tide moment, I'm like going crazy financially, and I'm at the point where a low tide moment is just I go through like a week or something where not really much sales are coming in or whatever, and
mhm,
that's the moment where I'm doing more just fine tuning, releasing, or just cleaning up my practice a little bit, and then and then that prepares me for that next high. So meaning, okay, so let's say you do this practice and like your lover is coming in tomorrow, let's say, like, but the problem with that is all this trash, like, let's say there's like a freaking pile of trap has to be let go of, and the only way for it to be let go is for it to come up, right? So that's so common for. I mean, like, really, like, if you're doing it aggressively enough, the only way this doesn't work is if you quit, like, So in 10 days, like, that's so unserious, like, like,
no.
but so it's like,
Just 'cause yeah.
right? So
I'll do them, I'll do the affirmations, and then something will just happen.
that's
Like,
normal,
something will
yeah,
just happen, and I'll just be like, "Not again," 'cause
okay,
I think I do have, certain topics, like,
yeah,
especially love, you guys know, if anyone reads my blog,
yeah,
that I, like is kind of, like, defines my life, that kinda thing. And
hmm
yeah, so it's almost like yeah, like, I'll do the affirmations to affirm that, like to have, like, a soulmate love or whatever, and then, something will happen, but, I think 'cause so much stuff has happened to me that I'm
yes,
just, like, being a victim or whatever. Like, so much stuff
yes,
has happened to me that I can't even take one more thing, you know what I mean?
yes, okay, um, everything you told me about your relationship journey, it sounds like, yeah, there's a lot of fine tuning to do. So don't make this like a week, like, I don't think you're gonna attract your lover from this vibration in like a week or anything, but in a few months, like 2, 3 months, like so much is going to change. Like,
Yeah,
and you could do it before then, but like I said, like we're not like doing like one-on-one coaching, so this is more just, just I don't know,
Just
just
Q&A.
general, yeah, just general advice, right? So like, but just let's say give yourself more time, right? Just give yourself more time. And
Yeah.
so and so first, like I said, you do the vibrational work and then you do, the resistance, clearing resistance work. And look, your things might improve and then shit's gonna hit the fan. So when shit hits the fan, you need to like you literally, because if you haven't experienced this over and over again, you're kind of probably like timid about it. You're like, oh shit, like nothing's working out. But when you go through this, like okay, things go up and then shit hits the fan, or shit hits the fan,
I'm
and
actually
then
picturing something hitting a fan.
huh?
Nothing. No,
Okay.
no, nothing,
So
nothing.
so things go really bad, right? And then at that period, that's when you fine tune, right? That's when you really like all your worries, anxiety comes up, and you have to like be present and let it go and don't think about it, and just
Mhm.
release and fine tune. And then maybe that takes a few days. And let's say day 3, day 4, you start feeling better like every single time. Because I go through this with all my clients. Every single time they go through that, and it's like boom. Like the moment they get through that like low tide period, then like the next huge surge of positivity comes, right?
Yeah.
And then you're just on a crazy high. All these manifestations are happening, and then maybe a few weeks later, because you have so much resistance, there's a next point where okay, now the next level of trash the has to be taken out, but this time it's the trash is less serious, it feels less serious, it's a smaller energy
Okay.
ball, right? So every
Yeah.
period you go through, the energy, the resistance ball, the shadow ball is like smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So for example, when I was first clearing on money, it was like life or death. Like it was like, oh my gosh, if I have no money and I need like $3,000 in a day, like or in a week, and it's like
Mhm.
there's no possible way this could come in, and if I don't, I'm gonna be homeless, like type of situations. Now it's just kind of like I don't know. Before a new wave of like uh financial abundance hits, like it's like oh I go through a week where I'm like damn my sales are lower than usual, and that makes me obviously
But
like
it's not gonna be such a big deal, like
Right. Like, and I know what this is, but a part of me physically, like mentally, I'm like, there's a part of me that still wants to worry about that. It's like, oh man, maybe this is the time where this
yeah.
is all gonna fall apart or whatever, right? So yeah, last story about this, I have a really good friend, um, who basically they were really struggling with rent and everything, and then uh, damn, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to reveal the stuff, but
Yeah.
basically, they they were really struggling financially and they were about to get kicked out of their house and everything, right? And then uh they started to do the energy work, and at first things got worse where it was like okay, actually they weren't at first, it was just okay, they didn't have enough for rent. And then like they did the energy work, and then the next week it was like, oh my gosh, like the landlord like evicted
Yeah.
him. Like he was for sure getting kicked out, and now it's like super serious and whatever, right? And so seemingly that's like worse, right? And then so I was like, bro, just like stick to it. Like just give it a little bit more time, see what happens, right? Boom. Next thing you know, uh he's a tattoo artist and he gets a call from this island, and in that island, um they're missing a tattoo artist, basically.
Mhm.
And they need a tattoo artist. So he goes to the island and just like runs it up financially, and then during that time, like his mentor calls him and offers him like an amazing job, and he finds his dream apartment, and all of a sudden he's making way more money than ever. Like, like and just like thousands and thousands of dollars, where before he was like not making that much, like at all,
Mhm.
So all that happened in a month, right? So imagine in a month you're like really struggling, you're at your bottom, and then you get evicted. And from that place of getting evicted, you clear all that fear. You
Yeah.
have to face the worst, right? This is your worst nightmare happening, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, like things just go crazy. Like things just go absolutely crazy. You
Like,
find your dream apartment, like you're making
like,
like
if
10
you
times the amount
stay
of money.
calm through that, then
Yes, you
you
must.
will
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I wish I could explain that story better, but I don't have his permission to share the story.
Yeah, no, no, no.
You know, I don't like.
Totally
I hope
fair.
that makes sense, but like, yeah, like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, same thing with the person who healed their health problem was like they were doing all this energy work and it got worse. It got worse, and then uh that led them to like doing even like going all in on it, and then like
Mhm.
and then it was the diagnosis was like, oh my gosh, like
Mhm.
everything is healed, you know? So that is totally normal for things to like seemingly just get worse, but you have to continue to do the energy work, the affirmations and the resistance work.
Mhm.
Let me
I just wanna say, Jackie, I feel like that's such a theme right now, sorting through the
so much
trash
trash.
and,
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
sorting through
yeah.
emotions. I feel like that's a
And
theme.
last year was the year of shedding. Like it was the year of the snake, right? So it was the year of shedding.
True.
Right. So hold on.
Birth
Jacqueline
control.
said, why do things get worse? Is the universe trying to balance out? No, it's just because you need to become a vibrational match to what you want fully, right? So if you think that all men are shit, for example, and you want to manifest the most amazing man in a relationship, let's say, like your vibration's not compatible with it, right? So you need to take out the part of you that is scared to be broke, the part of you that is scared to go homeless, the part of you that is scared to get hurt, right? You need to, and these are all just thoughts that you're feeding, right? Like
Mhm.
when you're scared to get hurt, it means that you're thinking about getting hurt. Like you're giving that airtime, right? So it's a part of you that's not compatible, and
Mhm.
when the universe takes everything away temporarily, it's like all your resistance that you're constantly feeding becomes so obvious,
Mhm.
basically, right?
What
Because it just
I
comes up.
like, the way that it's interesting because sorry, let me just gather my thoughts. It's interesting because,
Hmm.
um, saying affirmations or even listening to those what are they called? Those, like, affirmation tapes or whatever that people listen to, the subliminal stuff.
Yeah.
It is interesting because, like maybe I shouldn't say this on here, but oh well.
Oh
Certain,
God.
people, certain companies and stuff, like, if
Yeah.
you guys look at advertising, they do a lot to implant certain thoughts in your
Yeah.
head, and those usually are not good thoughts.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
So, it's almost like I feel like we live in a world where we have so much of that, like,
Well.
coming at us, like, you guys don't even understand, like, if you're watching a TV show, it's
Yeah.
going in, like, it's
Yeah.
everywhere,
So.
and even with, like, these, like, frequencies
Yeah.
that are, um, used by the different companies, stuff from your phone is also, like, implanting thoughts in your head. So I do feel that putting positive thoughts in your head is a good way to counteract that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like why when you get so positive, it's like a huge kind of sometimes these really big things happen in your reality.
So
Yeah.
I think what you're saying is so spot on because it's like what you're saying about the companies, you know, like trying to like hypnotize us or put this, yeah, like obviously because that's the nature of reality in a way where you have these external circumstances and it feels like this weight, and basically all the problems you have in your external reality, you use that to focus even more and to supercharge your frequency, supercharge your focus even more. And that's how you turn shadow into light. So, meaning it's almost like imagine all your problems, all the evil people trying to do you wrong and everything. Like, that's just like this gravity. And all you have to do is level up your focus and spiritual practice for it to be way stronger than that gravity. Um,
Mhm.
that's the best knowledge I can think of. But like, yeah, so
Yeah.
basically that's why you need so if we're in a dream world where there's not much negativity going on, it's so easy to manifest. But it's so hard to manifest when reality is constantly screaming the negative version at us all the time, right? And
Mhm.
trying to program us, all the societal programming, whatever, right? So that's why I recommend like Jennifer, like for you, like I recommend you to double, triple, quadruple down on quieting your negative thoughts and on the affirmation energy work on a topic that you care about.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That is the reason why we have to like take it next level. So it's like you know the fundamentals of spiritual practice,
Yeah.
but how much you do it, how aggressive you do it is what 99% of people are missing,
And I
basically.
also feel like I do the affirmations and
Yeah.
then it's almost like I'll go to sleep and then I'll have a dream that somehow wipes them out or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just like my more negative like thoughts deep in my subconscious that are kind of like battling almost with this other side of me.
That's
And
fine.
it's
But
yeah,
you just need to do more.
like it
Like you just, yeah, like sorry, like just like in the next 2, 3 months, where you like, can you just make a lot of improvements? You don't have to be perfect right now, but can you just dramatically improve your vibration? Like, let that be all that matters, right? So even if you're having bad days, or just like think all these crazy ass negative thoughts, like who cares? Like, can you just make a ton of progress?
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely like, I'll try increasing the affirmations again.
Well,
Like, I've
we'll
stopped.
talk.
I've stopped for, like, a week, maybe more.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Stopped
We'll
for, like,
talk
2 weeks.
after. Yeah, yeah.
But
You
yeah,
gonna say?
it's definitely, like, this like, a process, definitely like what you said. Like, like a journey, like, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then it, like, kind of evens out or whatever.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
kind of like you with astral projection and stuff. It's like once you've achieved it though, it's like
Yeah.
anything. Like it's like any skill. It's like going to the gym. It's like once you learn how to effectively diet and like gain muscle and
Mhm.
do all these movements and just optimize everything. So it took you 10 years to learn all the stuff like at the gym or whatever, right? But now you
Mhm.
could teach it to a beginner in like a few months, right? And they could like in a few months they can like excel. It took you what 10 years to do, they can do it in way shorter period of time. So it's like that. It's
Mhm.
like you're at this new gym. You're doing this new sport or doing this new thing and you can't give me I can give you the best stuff, but if you do it for 10 days and stop, like, it's like even when you're improving your body, like no matter how well you're doing, you're gonna have that week where things go wrong, you binge eat or the weight is not going down. Like, so it's like, what do? You give up on your routine or do you double down on it?
Mhm.
So kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Try that,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, and like I said, like you like you can message me anytime. Like I got you about that. Cause like my whole
We'll
thing
see
is like,
yeah,
damn,
you know, like, what happens because something
cause
will happen, maybe. We'll see.
yeah, cause for me it's just like, damn, if you're gonna ask me for advice, like, cause you're my friend, so like, if you're gonna ask me for advice, like, you might as well go all out, cause like I'm over here giving you like half advice, cause it's like, yeah,
Well, I'll let you know what happens, actually.
yeah, don't
I'll
be
see what
scared. I'm
happens.
trying to read what Jackie said. My screen is small. I can't read it.
I keep reiterating to myself, everything is working out for me no matter how it looks at any given time. It helps me through the things getting worse. Yeah,
Right, right.
like an affirmation to, like, calm yourself down, that's actually really
Well,
good.
right. One thing that really helps me is my presence practice allows me to just take a step back and detach from my reality and detach from the life situation.
Mm,
So it's like when I'm like if I was going through a financial situation or whatever, and I'm just like I take a step back, like I'm like, wait, that's just a story. Like that's
mhm,
just like I don't need to let my external reality affect me. So all of a sudden you're like this empty space that sees your
mhm,
predicaments, and all of a sudden you're not attached to it. And then
yeah.
yeah, so you're seeing yourself and your problems in the third person, and
Honestly,
that's
like,
how you.
I've done all the stuff you said, and it literally worked, like, it did
Mhm.
work. I think I just get, like, thrown off so easily, and I just have to be more centered and more, like yeah, not let myself, like, freak out when these things happen because
Okay,
it does
yeah,
work. It does
duh.
work.
Like if you freak out, yeah, that's the whole point in doing the centered thing is to not freak out. If you freak out, then you're literally like feeding your whole. If you crash out and freak out, you're literally like re-energizing that pattern. Like the whole point of being
'Cause
present
you
and
see it
stuff.
happening around you, and you're like, "Oh my gosh."
Yes, but when you have a deep meditation practice or whatever, and then the same circumstances happen and you have no reaction to it, then your cycle is broken. then
Yeah.
you like move forward, but you have to keep doing
You've
that.
learned to, like,
Yeah. You have to break the emotional
go
cycle.
through
Like,
it all.
right, you have to, yeah. So yeah, like okay, so let me ask you this. Moving forward, let's say what do you think your practice should look like?
Well, I did do there was, like, a week where I did do an hour of affirmations a day.
On the same
Maybe I
topic?
should. Huh?
On the same topic?
Yeah, I think it was the same topic.
Okay.
Oh, no, 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 it wasn't. It was 2 different topics. It was, like, I think relationships and money,
So like 30 minutes each?
or relationships and career. Yeah, 30 minutes each.
Okay. So that's a big difference
Maybe.
than an hour. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And then
So, would it be better to just focus on one thing maybe? That would be better.
um technically, yeah.
Yeah.
But just tell me the rest of your practice.
Um, and honestly, like, the focus wheel thing that you were talking about, where you reframe, any negative thoughts, that literally works, like, it does work. I just, like um, I would do it, but then I'll just forget to do it, but then yeah. When I do it,
Okay.
it works. It
Okay.
literally does.
So
So,
this is
I
what
could do that.
so this is what everyone like don't even ask me any more questions if you don't have an aggressive practice that you're consistently applying to, like
Yeah, yeah,
applying
I
with,
know.
right? I'm just joking around, but like, yeah, like I'm just trying to make a point. You know what I'm saying? Like, commit, like have a practice that you're fully committed to, like consistently, right? And then
Mm,
like that will solve so much of your problems. But I would say, it does sound like sometimes you react to like when things go bad, like you kind of have like a reaction, and that's where
yeah,
you want to clean up on just like really being present, really focusing on solar plexus because those moments are going to come. They're go like it's going
mhm,
to come. Your patterns are gonna repeat until you it comes up and you face and then you
yeah,
transmute it effectively. And when it comes up, don't react to it, right?
yeah,
Like so that's the part I feel like a lot of us are getting hung up on. So if you just like get really present this week, and then if something starts to come up, you're totally chill about it, like
mhm.
totally chill about it, right? So when my friend was getting evicted, he was totally chill, like totally chill, and boom,
That's
boom,
like
like
a
just
really yep,
hmm. Right.
that's
So
like a
relationship,
really good place to be in.
yeah,
Like, to be that calm.
yeah, like
Yeah,
yeah. So if you hang out with like me and Jasmine, it's like I mean bad things don't happen to us anymore, but like yeah, if something happens,
mhm,
like something, yeah, we're so chill. Like
mhm,
no one is, yeah, and then it passes and it works out amazing every single time.
mhm.
So
I
so
blame
if
it
you're
on my
ha
Leo moon. I'm being, like, so overdramatic about some things just, like, 'cause I find it fun to be dramatic. Um,
wait, you should find it so fun to be dramatic. Oh my
yeah.
god, that's wait, you're Leo Moon? I think
Yeah.
if
Well,
wow,
in Western, I'm Leo moon. In, like, tropical
oh
astrology.
my god,
Isn't the moon that's
I
all about your emotions? So my emotions are very, like, dramatic.
all right, give yourself some grace. It's okay to be dramatic, but just
I like being dramatic.
it's all good. It's all good. I know a lot of people. No, I'm saying, hold on, let me read this.
Oh, do you want me
Uh,
to read it? If you can read.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, Jacqueline is saying, "I repeated affirmations for about 2 weeks and got a better job. I'm so happy with my new job, but do you need to continue with the affirmations, to do with the topic even when you manifest it? Or can you stop and move on to the next manifestation goal?"
Yeah, yeah. You can stop, move on to the next manifestation goal. It depends on what it is. Like, if you have the job, you got it. Like, yeah, you got it. Like, but if it's something like, let's say you're really struggling with money, and then you do a lot of money affirmations, and then you manifest, like, a new promotion or like a next wave of money or whatever. Um, like for me, it's like I when I first quit my job and everything, I just like was manifesting sales, and I got sales, and then let's say like that first week I made like $500, which at the time was like so much, right? Like I'm like wow, and then if I stopped affirming from there, yeah, like I stopped, my sales will really drop. But that's a little bit different, right? Because I'm nurturing like a business, like something that's long term. But once that's consistent. then yeah, you can stop. But most things in life, like if when you manifest like the amazing relationship, then yeah, like they're not gonna leave. But you can move on to the next thing. If you want to fine tune that relationship, then feed that
Mhm,
some energy to improve that relationship. But that's different than trying to maintain that relationship to keep it there. So with your job, like I would say you're good unless you don't feel stable. I think you're good. I think you should focus on whatever's next, right? Like getting a promotion, making more money, having more freedom, or the job going well, or
mhm,
um whatever else you want to focus on. So
mhm. What I find when I'm doing the manifestation
mhm.
work is that, like, nothing is ever lost. So if you're doing those affirmations,
Yeah.
and then well, even, like, when I did all those affirmations and now I've stopped for 2
Yeah.
weeks, I
Yeah.
still feel like I'm kind of, like, permanently a little bit
Yes. Yes.
more, like,
Yes.
forward, even if it's, like, that tiny bit. It's
Yes.
actually it's pretty interesting how that works. And, yeah, if like, it is true that our subconscious and our mind does, it really does create our reality both here and in the astrals and beyond.
Right, right, right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah, like, it totally makes sense to me why it would be like that.
Damn.
Um, yeah. Does anyone else have any more questions?
Yeah.
I was also going to
Damn.
do
Yeah.
readings.
Yeah. It's been over an hour. That's crazy.
I know, I know. Like, it's like when it was around the 30-minute mark, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, time is going by so fast." But
Yeah,
it's, like,
that's
so
crazy.
good, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so if anyone wants a
So
reading or
fun.
have any questions, like let us know.
Yeah. People, I think, sometimes listen casually.
Yeah, yeah, it's
They
cool, it's
don't
cool.
want
Yeah,
to.
it's cool. But Jennifer, I want to ask you,
Yeah.
do you know, I feel
Do
like all
you
our
have any
friend
more
group,
questions?
well, first of all, I don't know if you ever gave Jackie a starseed reading or whatever, but like
Oh,
for most of our friend group, like we're all like what's that lion thing? Lyrans? Lyrans?
Liren.
Yeah,
This
like
is pretty much like a Liren hangout right now. Like,
yeah,
I bet
yeah,
you any money, guys.
yeah. So and you're Leo moon, right? So yeah.
Yeah, there's totally connection there.
Sheesh. But yeah, can you tell, is there any more details you can tell me about like Lyrans?
Ugh,
Just like fun facts.
any fun facts about Lirens? Well, I actually realized today okay, I'm actually oh, yeah,
Oh wait, there's more.
lion
Oh,
emoji.
Jacqueline, we say.
See if you can put a lion emoji on. I was actually thinking about this today, how so when I do my research looking into different elemental energies, so for example oh, yay, okay, you got it.
Yeah, come
If you're
on.
on the phone, yeah, you can get those emojis.
Yeah,
So when I do my research looking into how different elementals express on the earth,
yeah,
so how do elves express? Elves are connected to earth. How do um, fairies express? Mermaids express? So if you like take every elemental, you obviously can connect them to an element. So whether it be fire, earth, air, or water, or there's more. There's other elements besides those four. But so it is interesting because I can also take like, I can also look at how, for example, a fire elemental expresses or, like, the traits of someone who's connected to fire elementals, and I find that it is kinda similar to Lyrans, and I feel like Lyrans might be a fire like, might be connected to fire, like, as an
okay.
element. So,
Okay, okay.
if you, like and even when you look at this, like, my if you guys, haven't read my blog, this might be a bit confusing to you, but,
Yeah,
um, if you look at all of the different angels, like, all the different types of angels, you can also connect each angel race to back to an element.
yeah,
So, I really find that the structure of our universe, it is, like, based on elements interacting with each other. Like, if
yeah,
you really want to go to the highest level and really, like, go there,
yeah, yeah.
I know that this is very, like,
Go,
you
we're
really
going. What?
think highly or, like, really, like,
Yeah,
think,
we're going there.
okay, let's go there.
Yeah.
So, what I've been finding is that, um so, like, for example, when you have an air elemental, so let's say you have a sprite, like, a sprite is connected to air and water and earth, but mostly air. They will have similar attributes to bird people because, like, bird people, like, they have that element of air in them as well.
Yeah.
So, like, that's kind of what I've been realizing is that all of these different races or these different avatars that we can be in, you can kind of connect them to an element. Just like you can connect, um, all the different signs in the astrology to an element. So, like, the animals that are around us, they're technically, like, elementals and are connected to elements. So, I would say I don't know if lions are connected to fire, but that's just what I
What?
started thinking about today. Like
What?
Lyrians, like Lyran star race. Because also if you look at how Lyrans act, they're very
Yeah.
much like about the truth and they'll just say what's on their mind. And that to me is like a fire element.
I mean, Leos are a fire sign.
Yeah. So like there's like I have to do so much more research. Um
Yeah.
yeah. So there's like a very like probably unexpected um fact about Lyrans. Let me think what else. There is also I've said this before, but there is something significant about Lyrans and lion people in this time, like in this age that we're in. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
tell me more.
I still have to kind of look into it some more, but um it's kind of like the okay, this is gonna be a bit hard to explain. Hold on. 1 second.
All right. Oh,
It's kind of like the lion spirit is very dominant right now. It's like
okay,
in
okay,
charge kind of thing. You're
okay.
like, "Yes, this is good
Yeah,
for."
because you said I'm like a pharaoh lion or something. Like, so I'm like, shit, you
Um,
still have a big
what did
staff,
I
right?
say?
You
You're
said something crazy. Like you're like
I said
having a giant.
you're like a lion, like a oh, yeah, you're like a really big kind of warrior lion king or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah.
sounds good to
I know
me.
guys, like, when I do readings for guys, they love it when they're like lions or
Nah,
whatever.
man, that's how I'm feeling. So no, I'm playing. I'm playing.
Yeah.
What you're
Um,
saying, how it's relevant in this
huh?
powerful day today. What you were saying is relevant in this powerful day and age.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah.
It is. There is, like, when I do my readings and stuff, like, there is something significant, um,
Okay. Okay.
about Lyrans, and it seems like the lion spirit, so, like, people who are, like, Lyrans in a higher form, they're connected to that lion spirit, which is probably connected to something else. It's like we live in, like, all these levels simultaneously. It's, like, really crazy how it works,
Okay.
and, like, there's no like,
Okay.
to map it all out would be I'm sure someone
No,
has.
I feel like we need to map this out. Like we need to have a segment where we map out the whole star seed.
We
Like,
can try.
I would
There's
love that.
someone actually who has created a map,
Yeah.
of, like, the different layers that I find to be pretty accurate based
Okay.
on, like
Yeah.
so
All
I
right.
love
Yeah.
it when I see something like that, but, um um, wait, what was the question? Sorry? What was
Just talk more about lions,
Oh,
man. Like, with just anything relevant. But
yeah.
I want to say, me and Manisha spend so much time talking about this stuff. Like, we're always talking about you. Like, I swear,
Yay.
we're always like trying to
I
figure this
love
stuff out.
talking to people who like the same stuff.
Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah,
and, 'cause I know, yeah, it sounds a bit out there,
yeah,
but yeah, to me, it is like a reality. It is
yeah. Because your
definitely
readings are so spot
yeah,
on. Like, it's just like so like everyone is different, right? Like, and
yeah,
everyone resonates when they read it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
it's really interesting how, um, I'll see people who are the same who are, like, part of the same star race group or part of the same, like, elemental group
yeah,
who
yeah.
will be, like, a couple or whatever, they'll, like, be best friends, and I'll be like, "That's so cute." Like, it's funny,
Aw.
really funny to see. But, like, on the other hand, when I see these things, like, my goal for doing all of this is to actually find out the structure of the universe and to show people the structure of the universe,
Yeah.
and just kind of how it works. Like, even though this kind of, like, this stuff, it is, like, really fun and, like, to look into the, like, fashion and all that, like, fun stuff,
Yeah.
um,
Uh,
it is
yeah.
showing me that, like, we do live technically in a type of pre-designed, like, game, you could say, like a kind of there is a design to it.
Well, yeah, I
Um
mean, it's a multidimensional reality, right? So, like, when you find your starseed origins or whatever, like, that's just what, like, it's multidimensional. Like, that is a part of your personality. Like, I don't know,
Mhm.
like, it's all connected, you know? It's the one way to understand yourself better. And I just
Yeah.
want to say, like, these readings are so, like, intuitive and fun and insightful. And check out Jennifer's page. Like she does
Thank
these
you.
readings. Like I'm serious. Like they hit crazy. Like me and my girlfriend talk about it nonstop.
Really?
So
I love that
yeah,
though.
we talk
And
about
it's
this nonstop. Yeah,
yeah, and you can like, it's just really cool because, like, we are so much more than just this body, you know what I mean? We have such a vast
I
history,
think
and yeah.
I think you like me and my girlfriend and everyone else, like the people around us, like we're really into fiction and we really have a deep
Yeah,
connection with fictional stories. Like we really
me
believe
too.
that there's something beyond just this being fake. And your
Yeah,
readings and stuff really like brings that to life.
that's so amazing, yeah. I'm also really into that stuff, like the
Oh,
fiction,
obviously.
and I yeah,
I'm playing.
definitely.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, do you think life is better knowing that you are also existing in, I don't know, like, a glade in, like, a Lord of the Rings type world or something like that? Like,
Yeah, it's
as some
multi
kind of elemental, like,
yeah.
person?
Yeah. Cause, cause,
Um,
cause this is a multi-dimensional reality, so that exists. That version of you like exists. It's real. Like, and you tap into that.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
all of the energies that or all of, like, the families that you're connected to in the higher planes, you don't realize that it is kind of informing your choices here, honestly, kind of like astrology, like, it is kind of similar to that. It's pretty much the
Yeah.
same thing as that. Um,
Yeah. Like
it's
it's
just kind of
useful.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and showing how yeah, there's a reason why you are drawn to certain people, and that's, like that was the reason why I got into it in the first place because I was having all these weird soulmate experiences, like, "What is going on?" Like, there's something else, like, I don't see this person as just a person. This is like an Egyptian, like pharaoh or something, or this is like a Lyran. Like, I don't see this as just a person.
That's
There's
crazy.
something else happening.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy.
yeah, so that's always interesting. But
Mhm.
I what did Jack say there? I have a question. I have a question for Andy. Is it better to repeat affirmations in one time block or say it randomly throughout the day?
Yeah, so I would say I'm such a scientist with this. So it's I would ask myself like, okay, in a 7 day period, in a week, right? How much energy work you want to run on this topic, right? So let's say you want to do 2 hours or 7 hours. That's 1 hour a day, whatever, right? Just depending on what you want to do, right? It could be way less, way more, it doesn't matter. But basically just hit that quota. Like so, it does not matter. Like if you can just do everything in the morning, great. If you can like only do 5 minutes in the morning and then 5 minutes later, that's great. It does not matter. Just hit that quota that
Mhm.
you set for yourself. Um because yeah, like I said, like there is a benefit, a major benefit to how much time you do. So if you have a lot of resistance, like for example, if you have like the most lethal type of freaking cancer or whatever, yeah, like 10 hours of affirmation probably won't do anything. But if you do 50, 70 hours in a short period of time, then crazy, impossible things will start to happen. You know,
Mhm.
like if you have a fully broken spine, like it starts healing, like without surgery and all this stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, but for most of us, like we're not really dealing with that stuff. We're just dealing with probably financial, physical,
Clothes,
or
regular.
love. Yeah, probably don't need that much, but yeah. So
Mhm.
just that's my answer. Just I I I time all my affirmation sessions, and then I literally write every single hour, 30 minutes, whatever in my journal. So um yeah,
Oh,
I love this stuff. Like I'm just obsessed with doing stuff like
me
that.
too.
But
I love,
yeah,
like, really, like, going deep into it. Really
because
cool.
like I have full freedom, or I have all day, like, and it's just like, damn, all I do is like have fun and work, and I work on my content, I work on my
Mhm.
membership, my courses and stuff. Like it's great, but aside from that, I have so much time in the day. I'm just like, and then I'm having fun, whatever. I'm like, damn, I'm just gonna do some affirmations here. And actually, recently, like, this is how unserious I am. Like, I'm playing Mario Kart on my Switch, and it's on silent. And I'm
Brainstorming.
just, I just do like 3 hours because I'm launching my course on the 20, like in like a week and a half or something. And so I'm just doing
Yeah, the
affirmations for it.
manifest love course, the manifest.
Yeah, the Divine Union relationship course, right? So yeah, like I'm just playing Mario Kart, or like Super Smash Bros, and I'm just like playing it on silent, or I'm playing poker, and like 3 hours pass just like that.
Like, I can
You
see
know?
that. Yeah, I can see that being really, like, working, and when you said, like, I always thought that you had to say the affirmation out loud because it needs to be, like, heard by, like,
Hell no!
the world
What?
or
By
something.
who? Like you think like
I
wherever the
actually
universe,
thought that.
God, like what, like outside of you, like
No.
what? That's
I don't know why,
crazy.
I think I heard that somewhere a long time ago, and then it just stuck
Yeah,
in my mind. But,
but
yeah,
yeah,
you said that you can say it in your mind, I'm like, "That is so much better because you could say it on the bus, walking down the street, wherever,
on the bus.
right? Like, in your head.
I don't ride buses, but no, I'm playing.
Well, the yeah, like,
I'm being stupid.
occasionally
I'm being stupid.
in a
I'm
big
being
city.
stupid.
I live in a big city, it's kinda like a New York
Okay,
style.
all right. It's all good. No,
Um,
I'm playing. You can ride buses. It's cool.
yeah. So if anyone has a question, I think we'll probably, like, end.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah. Last thoughts.
Oh, like me, last thoughts.
Yeah, you.
Um, let me see. You go first, actually.
Damn. All
You were
right.
trying to make me go.
Close us out. This is what Jasmine usually does. So, let me just
Oh, right,
say,
right, good. Oh, just, like, to end the whole stream.
or last thoughts. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I thought you meant, like, a last thought on, like, the last question that was asked,
Oh
like,
no, no,
adding on
no,
to the
no,
question. Okay,
no,
okay, go.
no. Close
Sorry.
us out.
So, guys, thank you so much for coming on to this live Q&A with us. We really loved having all of you here, and yeah, I was gonna do readings for you guys, but I think this has just gone on too long.
Yeah, but check out her profile for real. Like these readings are crazy. Like, what do? Like, you take pictures of like, they send you a picture of their profile, right? And then you
Um,
instantly can tell.
yeah, there's all different readings you can do, like, if you
Oh,
want
okay.
to just kind of know, um, like, just a general higher forms reading, so just your strongest higher forms, that would be the photo reading that I do. Um And then otherwise, I do, like, 1 to 4 question reading, so if you have a question about love or career or anything like that, and if there's something that you want to be answered that isn't really listed there, then you can just do that 1 to 4 question reading. And yeah, it's
Bet,
really fun, I love doing readings. But I
bet.
like, we didn't really get questions for readings, so that's okay.
But yeah, that's fine. So we should do this again, like pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah?
definitely. I'm still
Alright,
getting
alright.
used to doing the live streaming stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. No,
I love
it's
it.
so
It's, like,
fun.
very
Yeah.
fun. It's
Yeah,
like
so
live
thank
music.
you. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
guys.
everyone showing up. See you on the next one. Follow both of us if you want. And just have a great day.
Bye, guys. Bye,
See you.
Andy.
Oh yeah, you gotta stop.